We're gonna talk. We are gonna talk because we need to talk. Hey, Key. Hey, y'all. Hey. So let's talk about this, you all. What do you do? What do you do when you have narcissistic family members, right? Grew up underneath the same roof and everything, but you know, they are still, man, I tell you, it's very difficult because it's like, you love them. You love them. Like, I can't help but love you. When I look at you, I see similar, like we share some of the same features. Like I can't, if I were to have hate for you in my heart or contempt, that means I would possess it for myself. So I love you because I love me and I love God's creation, which I still see. I see that in you. I noticed before I started traveling the world, I remember specifically it registered in terms of how she truly felt about me. And there was nothing I could do to change it. There was nothing I can do to manipulate it. And if you don't value me, how can love is of value? We talked about this on Patreon and so much more. So if you don't value me, then how can you love me? Anytime we meet up for holidays and events where the family was attending and I drive down from Chicago to hang out, you know, and see my family, I would always make a point to like, just like I'm keeping my distance from that person. And it's like naturally, it's like part of me just wants to resolve, you know, the differences that we have, wants to work things out. You pour your heart out. You're like, listen to me. This is how I'm feeling. This is where I am in life in general, blah, 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 in terms of our relationship. And it's like a stone wall. It's so sad. But at my grandmother's funeral, you know, we had to read different parts from we had like readings that we would do from the Bible and whatnot, because my grandmother was Catholic, so it was a Catholic funeral ceremony, and it was so beautiful, right? And so we had to go in order. So my brother's the oldest because he's like a couple of minutes older than my sister. So he read first, then my other the twin read, which is my older sister, and then it's my middle sister, and then I had to read, right? So I go up to read. We both had to go up at the same time because we like rehearsed it and everything, and we had to go up at the same time. So she goes and she reads, right? And then she moves away from the podium, and then I go up and I read. And I kid you not, I felt this presence behind me that was filled with so much hate. I was like, there's got to be a demon in here somewhere. It would be akin to me feeling as if there was a murderer standing behind me, or like a psychopath, or just pure evil. And I'm like, as I'm reading, because I'm like reading and I'm like, whoa, it was so heavy. It was so heavy. So I'm standing up there reading my part, trying not to get emotional because my grandmother, my beautiful grandmother, is resting in her casket, and you know, and and I was literally about to mess up because I'm like, I wanted to turn around and say, what is this? What is this? What is standing behind me? The narcissists in your family have been basically the physical body is there, but your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, they are not there. They've been incepted. I don't know who that is. No matter how hard I try. That's the thing. You have to be careful with narcissists because you'll try and you'll try and you'll try, but you have to understand that you're not engaging your family. There's a dark spirit that has taken over that person. They're gone. And I received that very clearly when I felt her presence behind me, and I literally thought it was Satan himself standing behind me. What is that? So the narcissist, the karmic, they are possessed. They're possessed by dark energy, and not dark matter in the sense of the cosmos. No, I mean dark in the sense of there is, you know, in terms of yin yang, right? You have the light, you have the dark. There is no balance. They're taken over by the shadow of their existence. The shadow of their experiences, the shadow of their emotions, the shadow aspect of all that they are has fully embodied their constitution. That is the way they see the world, they operate within it, and so on. That is what they manifest. I was wondering why she manifested that narcissist. See, she manifested her shadow in flesh because that is you. She's a Taurus. They're fixed, honey. They're so stubborn. It's like, woo, child. And even if when they do come to conclusions, it takes such a long time for them to come to that conclusion. They move too slow. I'm sorry. I mean, I love Taurans. If you're a Taurus, cool. But I can't. Anyway, so she finally came to the conclusion, and she said to me, she said, you were right. When she said that to me, I was like, oh my God, what? She's got to be going through something serious for her to even muster those words from her lips. Of course, I was right. Of course. And I don't say I'm your sister. I want the best for you. If I see someone who is operating from darkness, if I see someone who's not good for you, if they're an asshole, if he was too short anyway, I'm going to tell you. And he is trying to make her life a living hell. This is what's happening. She's manifested her own demon who is trying to possess her. The way he would show up in control towards her, she manifested her own demon in the flesh. Who was trying to possess her. So now she's in this battle. What magnetized this person into your field? What was happening within you? That is the issue. Those are the parts that you must disperse and get rid of and clear. I am not your enemy. You see, but the narcissist cannot recognize their own wounds. They cannot recognize their own shadow. They externalize everything and dismiss anything that comes up against their exterior that is a falsehood. They live in utter delusion and project that onto you. That's called gaslighting. So, what do you do? What do you do when you have a narcissistic immediate family member? These narcissistic family members are demonically positioned. Some of them are possessed as hell. Some of them have demons that really play in the plantation of their shadow, which it's so amplified in their field. So they just got demons running rampant. Just running rampant. My inner child that is healing is still seeking love from this being that is incapable of presenting it. It's all about their image. It's all about this fucking facade, this mask that they have to hold up to the world. I don't know if narcs can they really, because I like to think of it as a spiritual condition. Anyone can purge out their shadow and align with greater light, right? Anyone can heal, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So I'm like, there's gotta be more to it, because there's no reason to hate your own flesh and blood. Like, it'd be different if I had done something. I have not. I've shown up as your younger sister. Like, huh? So I'm literally like trying to rack my brain. Like, oh, what has happened? But the thing is, y'all, you can't reason with a narcissist. You can't. The only thing from this point, the only option at this point is to separate. I've been talking about this inevitable divide. This is where it's at. You just have to separate and say, I've tried. I've done everything in my power, but guess what? I'm not about to put my life, at risk. I'm not about to alter my happiness, my peace. I've tried long enough. I can't try to be your sister. I can't try to be your friend if you don't allow me. You're not allowing me to be. Everything that I've ever done, it's like there's something wrong. I have to mention something wrong. There's just something wrong. No, what you're doing is you're projecting what you feel is wrong with you onto me. This has nothing to do with me. So, y'all, I just come on here because I'm coming to this harsh reckoning right now. And it's a clear download that we must separate ourselves from those who are incapable of aligning with harmonic timelines, harmonic relationships and dynamics within those relationships. they have a lesson to learn in this lifetime, and they're not coming with you. And I don't find joy in that. And my light, as it continues to grow brighter and brighter and brighter, oh, it may blind you, honey, but you're going to see it. And maybe that one day, maybe that will call you home to your own light. Because I'm done. I can only show up and be the person that you were capable of in terms of loving other people, in terms of forming bonds that are genuine, having relationships that are whole and healthy. Allow me to be the beacon then, because that's all I can do at this point. And for those of you who have narcissistic family members, that's all you can do. Stop. Let me be the example. Do not continue to try and drain and burn yourself out and get people to see you and love you for who you are. You first do that for yourself. Do it for yourself, and you'll attract that. You'll attract people, places, and things that come from that frequency within you. And that's all you need. And sometimes you have to leave the closest people to you behind along the way. And right now, y'all, there is a huge divide happening on the planet. And some of us are literally having to separate from our own flesh and blood. And let me tell you, you're not alone in having to do that. But you have to. You have to. You have too much to gain. And you've tried. And there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you because it didn't work out. Do not, blame yourself. Do not be hard on yourself. Okay? My testimony is meant to be showcased as a light to those who may be experiencing something similar. And my hope is that it lends guidance and strength. You're not alone in that. It sucks. It sucks, but it just is. It just is. But she can't love me until she learns to love herself. She can't. She doesn't know what it is. All right, I'm gonna start from the beginning, y'all. Let me see. Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay. Hey, Kanique. So keep in mind that's you and how you operate. Unfortunately, others don't operate from that space like you. Just sad. You felt the hate. Facts. I swear to God, y'all. That's when I knew. I said, no. And it was so hurtful because it's like, wow. I didn't even know it was that bad. I didn't know it went that deep, y'all. You'll try until you're stuck for years. Exactly. I will save it, Drea. I'm gonna re-upload it though. I have to edit it. I have 2 siblings that never come, call, or write. Sounds like my sisters. So Limelight, you experience similar. See, I knew someone needed to hear this. Yep, like my grandmother. I told you about the email the other day, shaking my head. I received a similar reading about my younger sister. It's so hard when it is a family member. Kundalini, it really is. It really is. They are not themselves. They have been taken over. Going through the same thing with one of my twin sisters. Wow, it's your twin sister. I'm to the point where I just can't do it at all. So I knew someone needed to hear this. I'm so grateful that I came on then. Because I was like, why am I even gonna put this out there? But I knew, you guys, it's all good. But listen, there's a divide right now that we have to be obedient to. Your obedience leads you to, it's going to be a narrow path. I told you guys, this is your next awakening, and it's a narrow ass path. It's narrow, but we have each other along this narrow path. Okay, we have each other. You're not alone. I'm experiencing it in my own life, and I know that God is showing me this for a reason. I'm going through this for a reason, obviously. Sometimes I hate having to sit up here and cry and get all emotional, but I know that I am an example of something here that's very real. You're not alone. I literally just can't afford to be around her. I'm older, and that last time we were together, I almost had to lay hands. Wow. I let that go with peace and keep her in my prayer. That's all you can do, sis. That's all you can do. All right, you all. I'm going to hop off, though. Listen, you're not alone. Be obedient within the divide, okay? because your obedience is always rewarded. Listen to what you're being asked to do. And many of us are being told to let the divide happen. It's inevitable. Black sheep tribe key. Literally, I just said that. I just said that in the group chat. I was like, you guys, I'm the black sheep. And I said, it's been the most liberating experience that I could have asked for. Being the black sheep, let me tell you, it is something free. It's something free. It's something new. It's something empowering. You surpass the limitations of familial foundations and curses. And, you know, so I love you too. I love you too. Stay strong, everyone, okay? Yes, thank you, Melon, okay? All right, you guys. I'll keep you. Oh, thank you. I'll keep you in my prayers as well. I'll see you soon. You have a safe space, all right?